Hi guys and welcome back to our FIFA 19 Sunderland Road to Glory career mode. Now, before we get into this, I just have to place on record a massive thank you to you guys. I was on one of those brutal shifts at work last night from 10 in the morning till 10 the following morning, 24-hour shift. And the one thing that really got me through it, the one opportunity that I did get to, look at my phone, have a glance at my phone, I noticed that the channel had passed 5,000 subscribers, which is absolutely mad. It really is. I never expected that to happen, and it's just awesome to see this community grow up and working my arse off, sort of taking YouTube semi-seriously, if you want to call it that, for like the sort of last 12 months, and to see a really good community starting to build here, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful to see, guys. So again, thank you so much for the support that's been shown. But enough of the soppiness before I start tearing up. Let's get into the episode. So the last episode we did smash the transfer window in pretty much one day. We signed several players, which we'll have a look at now. So of course Angel Gomez did come on a pre-contract. We bought him earlier on, but he did eventually become our player officially in January. We signed Max Power on a permanent deal. We got Plazzari, the 18-year-old Italian goalkeeper, and then we signed Rico Henry, Matt Clark, Pele van Amersfoort, Suter, and then we signed 2 pre-contracts for next season. We got Callum Robertson and Jordan Jones. Now you guys seem to have really supported me on this, guys. I know there's a couple of people who might be a little bit sour that I didn't pick their players, but you can't always get what you want, I suppose. But on the whole, a lot of you guys did really like the signings that have been made. I did get the odd one that said it's unrealistic and this, that and the other, but I think what a problem is that we're progressing, and this was an issue that happened last year with people when I said that I'm trying to make it realistic. I'm not always going to be buying players that Sunderland would in real life right now, because right now Sunderland are battling in League One. We're not miles ahead at the top of League One like we are right now, so I said we're going to prep for the Championship. So we've bought players who, rating-wise, they're all similar ratings to the players that we've got right now. It's not, so I don't think it's massively unrealistic. A lot of the players have been bought from Scottish leagues or at the lower leagues in England anyway, or just lower league English teams. I don't think I've done too bad in terms of realism, apart from maybe Angel Gomez, which I already kind of explained that one, and I'll take the hit on that one. But other than that, I think we've done relatively well to keep that sort of realism. I could have just gone for Ampadu, which I'm not going to do, by the way, because I do think that's unrealistic. There's plenty of other signings that I could have gone for that were suggested that would make it incredibly unrealistic, and players that we could have probably bought as well. I didn't just spend, 6 million on one player and 6 million on the other, buying players that are like 78 rated. Do you know what I mean? Out of the 12 million that we did have. So I think it was as realistic as humanly possible to an extent. I think, when we get into the Championship, or even when we get to the Premier League eventually, if we do, I can't just consistently buy bog standard League One players, because that's where Sunderland are in real life. That isn't what I mean by realistic. I mean as to where we are at that time. So I think we've done quite well there, and to be fair, 95% of you guys, you really did back me on that, so I do appreciate it, and I am trying to keep it at least relatively realistic, even though it can be difficult at times because it is just FIFA. But, I am trying. So, again, I appreciate the support. But since the last episode, guys, Catamol has officially left the club. We already had agreed a deal with, I think it was Monterey, a couple of episodes ago, or an episode ago. And we will be getting 975k from that. We sold him for 1.3. We did have a transfer offer for what more? 2 million from Basel, which I rejected, of course. But I did ask you guys in the comments to suggest a place to maybe sell or sign. And I think, guys, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to completely leave it now. I think we're done in the January transfer window. We do have a little bit remaining, but I don't want to spend it just for the sake of it. And apparently, the board, they do reward you now for saving over a little bit of money. I know it's only 1.14 million, but regardless, it'd be nice to see and sort of experiment as to whether they will give us a little bit extra next season. I think now they actually do recognise when you save over a little bit of money, rather than just forgetting about it and then you just get the sort of standard transfer budget that you're supposed to get in whatever league you're in. So I'm going to leave it, guys. I'm going to leave it. We've still got the youth scout out as well, going to Uruguay, so we should see some decent players, hopefully anyway, come through the youth squad. But today, the first game of the episode will be away from home in the FA Cup against Charlton, which is going to be a really good one. And also, I am really looking forward to, if we do get to the Championship, I'm really looking forward to playing on Ultimate. I know there's still comments that say change it to Ultimate now, but you know, I'm not going to get into that debate again because it's something we have previously agreed way before we even started this series. But you know, we'll see. It should be a real test. I just hope you guys don't start complaining when I'm getting battered every single episode. But it's a test that I'm really looking forward to anyway. But let's sort the squad out for this game in the FA Cup. Now, this is the squad I'm going with. I'm going to give our new young goalkeeper his debut in the FA Cup against Charlton. It is Plazzari in goal. We have James, Clark and Suter making their first appearances together as a partnership. That could be quite interesting to see. We have Matthews as a right back. We have Power and McGeoch in the centre of midfield. Maguire out on the left. Gooch on the right. Honeyman is the cam. And Madger up top. Let's get into it. And here we are, guys, taking on Charlton Athletic. We've been really bad in the Cups this year, and I don't know why. There's just something going on. We got knocked out of the Checker Trade trophy relatively early, and the same with the League Cup as well. Can we do something in the FA Cup? It'd be awesome if we could get some kind of cup run on the go. Add a bit of excitement to another competition other than the league. But it's not as easy as we think, is it? Come on, lads. What? He literally just kicked the ball against my player. He got blocked and they've given a free kick. But anyway, they have got a free kick in a relatively decent position. It's a great save from the young lad, Plazzari. What a save that was. Nicely knocked on for Dylan McGeoch. Can he go for goal? He can! Oh, it's gone wide. I thought I was destined for that bottom left-hand corner. Oh, they broke down the left where Henry usually would be, but that's excellent for him. That man, Power, making his second debut for the club. Officially, anyway. Well in. What a power header that was, son. McGeoch. Give it back to Honeyman. Honeyman with the effort. It's dragged. It falls for Madger. He can't get it under his control. A few close moments. Nothing quite clear cut.
Sharp movement. They've got numbers in this attack.
Turn, give it, that's great, it is Max Power, can he score? Oh, he's hit the bar, of course he has. Oh, that would have been great to see him get a goal on his second debut for the club. But I'll tell you what, the amount of times you hit the woodwork in FIFA 19, it's actually been pointed out to me in the comments. It's absolutely ridiculous. Go on, Gooch. Do him, Gooch, well in. Still Gooch, pull it back, well played. Help him out, still Gooch. Find Madger, he does flick it on, surely! Yes, it's a beautifully worked goal, and it's Maguire who gets it, that little magician. Get in, son! Gooch with an excellent footwork down the right, gives it in to feet of Madger. He flicks it on, oh, that's just brilliant. I love the way that's worked into the box. It's a great little finish as well, shifting it onto his left foot, and there's Maguire getting himself the first goal in the FA Cup for us. And there goes the half-time whistle, guys. It's been a half-decent performance, actually. But in saying that, Charlton have actually been relatively dangerous as well. They had that free kick relatively early doors, but again, it's another one of those teams that, because of the formation we play, we force them down the wings so much, and a lot of the time, at the minute, when we're facing not the greatest quality opposition, we just restrict them to hoofing balls into our box, and when we've got the likes of Suter and Clark in there, it's quite easy to deal with. So let's hope we can keep up this work in the second half. Good chance for them now, coming down the left. Like I said earlier, we're forcing them down the wings, but they are working it really well. It's a good ball and headed away. Go on, Matt Clark, get him, son. Get him, son. Get him, son. Oh, he is a beast. He's an absolute beast. He's not the fastest. The way he manages to trot back there was absolutely excellent. I am going to bring Wyke on in place of Madger because I think he's been getting a little bit of stick recently. I like him to get a bit of game time because he hasn't been fantastic, to be fair, but even so, it is Clark with the header and it flies over the bar. There they are on the counter now. Real attacking football this from Charlton. We're a little bit all over the place, but shaky at the back, but thank God he's offside because the whistle will be going very shortly. So keep hold of it for a little bit. And there it goes. There is the full-time whistle, guys. And we're through to the next round of the FA Cup. It definitely become a lot more difficult as the latter stages did approach us. But we did manage to hold on to a 1-0 win. Get in! Now, after that game, we have received another transfer offer from FC Basel. Last time it was for Watmore, and now they are looking at Gooch, 2.6 million, which is going to, of course, be rejected. I absolutely love Gooch. He's going absolutely nowhere, at least for the time being. In fact, guys, there is one more signing I am going to make, and it's this guy here, Akapo, and it is going to be a contract signing. I did say in the last episode that I wanted to find another player in the Championship similar to Flanagan in the sense that they can play left back and right back, but someone obviously a bit better than Flanagan, someone a bit more Championship standard. And this player was sent to me, and he fits the bill. Obviously now we can't see his rating, but I do believe he's rated very early 70s. I do believe for the Championship. I think that's pretty decent. His pace is half decent. His acceleration isn't great, but his pace is. He's very, very aggressive, which I like. His jumping is very, very good, which also I like. Brilliant stamina. His strength isn't great, but he's more of just a sort of no-nonsense wing-back, pretty much, or right-back or left-back, because his dribbling isn't fantastic. It's quite poor, actually. And, his sort of attacking attributes aren't fantastic, but defensively, he fits the bill absolutely brilliantly. He's someone who we can use on the right or the left. He could even potentially take over Adam Matthews. So I think I am going to go for him and see what he's like. So I'm going to go in and see what kind of wage he wants. It looks like it'll be between 10,500 and 17,000. He is from SD Huesca. And I just think that would pretty much complete our defence for next year. And then as soon as we get into the Championship, that's when we'll make some more attacking signings, because we definitely did striker, but I just think for this league we're all right, especially with the formation we're playing with the one striker. We're doing pretty decent, I think you'd agree. So I think this will definitely be the last signing of the transfer window. Now, he does want a crucial squad role, so I'm going to have to accept it because he won't take anything else. He wants a 2-year deal. I'll bump it up to a 3. Disregard the release clause. Get rid of the bonus. And he will up the wage a tiny bit, I would presume. Oh no, he hasn't. He's just accepted it as it is. Fantastic. So that is Akpo. I know that come out of the blue quite randomly, guys, but I completely forgot it. One of you guys did point it out, and it was just a perfect player for me to use. He's not necessarily the standout player as such, but he's just an improvement on Flanagan, who will more than likely go next year, because I'm only using Flanagan right now as a sort of backup to the left back or the right back, or the centre back in Flanagan's case, whereas this lad, he will kind of fill in on the left or the right if there's injuries, or if he's good enough, he'll more than likely even take over Matthews on the right, like I say. But that is going to be it, guys, I promise. That is it. So we've got 3 pre-contracts to start us off on our Championship journey. Fingers crossed, nothing goes to shit in League One. I think that's relatively decent. Callum Robertson, who can play as a left winger, striker as well. You've got Jordan Jones, who can play as a cam, left winger as well. Although I will more than likely use Jordan Jones on the right or Callum Robertson on the right. Either way, it's just another option out wide, because now we have Gooch, we have McGeady there as well, who can play out wide. We have Watmore, but obviously Robertson, who can play as a striker if we wanted to. Jones can play as a cam. We can do the same with Gooch. Now we've got some relatively decent attacking players in there. But on with the episode, we are now taking on Luton, which is a game I'm actually going to simulate. As you can see, we are still 16 points clear ahead of Accrington Stanley, so I might simulate a little bit more, or just a few more games than I normally would, because we are running away with it a little bit. And I know you could just say change it to Ultimate, but it's not happening, guys. I wouldn't mind doing it, and we've won 3-0, which is absolutely fantastic. Gooch with the goal, and Madger getting himself a couple as well. But yeah, I just don't like changing rules that we've already set, and I've already kind of set a sort of vote from you guys as well, and none of you, or at least it didn't, really go in favour of Ultimate. So anyway, here is the player training. We've got Madger doing a couple. We've got Plazzari, Embleton and Gomez as well. Once that I've done Embleton a little bit and Gomez a little bit, I'll rotate and I'll probably put our new defenders in there as well. But now, guys, we are going into this game away from home against Scunthorpe. Scunthorpe are currently 4th in the league, so they're doing pretty well themselves. I think I might experiment with this one in terms of formation. I want to try and experiment with a 4-4-2, because it's something that, if it's going to be a lot more difficult in the Championship, I'm going to try and see how a 4-4-2 works, because the formation we're using now is incredibly, incredibly attacking, and I think because of the players we've got, it is a little bit easier in this league anyway to play that formation, but it's definitely not going to, or it might not potentially work in the Championship. So I'm going to test out a 4-4-2 and see how we get on against Scunthorpe. So this is the lineup I'm going to go with. We've got McLaughlin back in goal, Henry, Baldwin, Suter and Matthews across the back. We have McGeady on the left, Gooch on the right. We have Amersfoort and Power in the middle with Madger and Sinclair up top. I've changed the play instructions around a little bit and the tactics as well, to make it so it's not as defensive. Oh, no, sorry, not as attacking, sorry, because I had it set to very, very high attacking. Pretty much the second we get the ball, all of our players are pressed against their back line, which can actually make it a bit more difficult sometimes because there's no one dropping into space for us to give it to. We just need to run at them and maybe sometimes just ping balls into the box, or that kind of restricts ourselves to long shots. So I've changed it to more possession football, and we'll see how we got on. So let's get into it. And here we are, guys. It's a rainy day away from home at Scunthorpe. Like I said, Scunthorpe are 4th, so this could potentially be another difficult game. Come on, son. It is McGeady. Have a snapshot, son. What a save that is. Skidding off the ground because of the rain. It looked brilliant, that. Some of the new shot animations are fantastic, but what the hell is going on there? And surely it's been blocked. What the hell happened between the keeper and the defender there? Going back. And again, it's good football now. Working it down the middle. That's what I like to see. Van Amersfoort. Get it out wide too. Is it a bit too far for McGeady? He's kept it in. Help him out. Back to Henry. Van Amersfoort. Good stuff. Help him out again. It is Power. He digs one out. Still in the box. Sinclair, get your head on it. Surely it does go in, but he's offside. Come on. Oh, that's a great ball now for Scunthorpe. What a chance that was for them. They've blazed it over the bar. Shit myself. Oh, Rico Henry, I'm telling you, he's just too fast. He really is too fast for him. This is good stuff. It is Power. He does go for it, and that's an excellent last-ditch challenge there from the Scunthorpe defender. And it's somehow giving a throw into them. And there goes the half-time whistle, guys. It's another 0-0 by half-time. We never really seem to, get ourselves going in the first half. It always takes a while for us to really pick it up. But the formation I'm quite liking at the minute. It makes us kind of work the ball around more in midfield, rather than being so direct. But we're not getting as many chances, I suppose. What a ball that is for Sinclair. Give it inside. Oh, give it a bit too direct. He does find Madger, surely, and he smashed it in. That's his 11th goal of the season straight away in the second half. Piss poor defending from Scunthorpe, it has to be said. But Madger, you can count on him, especially from that range. It's always going to go in. It is 1-0. Sinclair with a decent touch. The pass was poor, but he did manage to get it back. Across goal to Madger. And, he's not going to miss that. He's not going to miss that. 11 goals so far in the league. So a few subs are coming on. I'm going to bring Gomez on and put him on the left and trial him out there. Wyke has come on for Sinclair. And I've also brought Watmore on and brought Gooch off as well. Oh, that's beautiful, that from Wyke. What a lovely touch that was. And it's brought in towards Madger. Oh, so close. And the free kick has been given. Oh, this is absolutely excellent build-up football. You can see him out wide. Oh, it's dragged it a bit too far. Referee, that was off the pitch, man. And he's given a corner for it. Jesus Christ, some of the stupidity from the Scunthorpe team in this game has been pretty outrageous, but we do get the corner. It's going to get cleared away, innit? Watmore's not winning that. Here is Charlie Wyke. Gets it back in towards Watmore. It's a good save at the near post. Rico Henry. Help him out. It's a good ball now. Get Wyke in. Oh, it's gone too deep. Can anyone get there? Gomez can't quite stretch. Chase it. That'll do, Watmore. Little road runner. Can he find his man? It's fell for Wyke. Takes a touch. Hits one. Oh. Wyke, just score a goal, son. Please. He gets himself in some great positions, Wyke, but his finishing just hasn't lived up to expectations so far this season. But the full-time whistle has gone, and it's yet another 1-0 win. And after that game, guys, the scout report has come back from Carlos Akapo, the guy who we have just signed on a pre-contract for next season. As you can see, he's rated 71. He's only one rating ahead of Matthews, I think, or even the same rating. I'm not too sure, actually. But his stats are there. As you can see, like I said, acceleration isn't great. But his sprint speed is excellent. His jumping is excellent. Stamina is excellent. Aggression, I love a really, really aggressive defender. And everything else is relatively average in terms of, defending. It's half decent defending stats with a stand tackle at 70, slide tackle at 72. He can pass the ball and he's half decent with his feet, but his dribbling's piss poor and stuff like that. So just a very, very solid player to have around for the Championship. Now we have received a transfer offer for both Gooch and Aidan McGeady, which I'm going to reject. But now we do have Charlton again in the league, which is a game that I am again going to simulate. Come on, lads. And we draw 1-1. Matthews on the score sheet and Reeves for Charlton as well. So we've had to settle for a draw in that one. But this is where we're going to leave the episode, guys. Again, thank you so much for 5,000 subscribers. It really has made my year, let alone day. It's just been absolutely mad. In the next episode, we will be going into the FA Cup again, where we've been drawn against Southend, which is a relatively kind draw. It could have been a lot more difficult. But if you have enjoyed this episode, guys, please smash the like button for me. It'd be massively appreciated. And subscribe to the channel if you're not already to become a fully fledged member of the Sarny Army. But for now, you take care and stay jamming.